When most people think of Vietnam, they imagine lush green rice fields stretching to the horizon, the bustling energy of local street markets, and the aroma of delicious street food wafting through the air. These are all important and iconic parts of Vietnam's cultural identity, but the country has another side that few people know about. Tucked away in the heart of central Vietnam is something truly extraordinary. The largest cave on planet Earth, Doong Cave. This cave is hidden deep within Phong Nha-Ke National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in Quang Binh Province. The park is famous for its spectacular limestone karst mountains and extensive cave systems. But Son Doong stands above the rest, literally. It's so big that it holds the Guinness World Record for being the largest natural cave in the world. The cave was first discovered in 1991 by a local man named Nha-Ke, who was exploring the jungle in search of art. While walking through the dense forest, he stumbled upon an opening in the ground, from which a strong wind blew and clouds of mist billowed out. He could hear the roar of an underground river echoing from below, but he didn't go in. At the time, the terrain was too difficult, and he didn't have the equipment to explore further. He eventually lost track of the cave's location until many years later, in 2009, Nha-Ke finally rediscovered the entrance and guided a team of British cave experts from the British Cave Research Association back to the site. Led by Howard and Deb Limber, the team became the first to thoroughly explore and map the cave. What they found was beyond anyone's expectations. Son Doong Cave is massive. It stretches over 5 kilometers, about 3.1 miles in length, and reaches a height of over 200 meters, around 660 feet in some areas. That's tall enough to fit a 40-story skyscraper inside. Its width is equally impressive. Some parts are over 150 meters wide, large enough to house a Boeing 747 with room to spare. In fact, entire city blocks from New York or London could comfortably fit within the cave's interior. But it's not just the size of the cave that's incredibly, it's what lies inside. As you venture deeper into Son Doong, you'll find an ecosystem unlike any other on Earth. A fast-flowing underground river snakes through the cavern, carving its way through the rock for millions of years. There are towering stalagmites, some of which reach up to 70 meters high, about the height of a 20-story building. In other parts of the cave, gigantic stalactites hang from the ceiling like frozen waterfalls. In a few places, the cave's ceiling has collapsed, creating massive skylights that allow sunlight to pour into the darkness below. Through these openings, nature has done something truly magically entire. Forests have taken root inside the cave. These jungle-like areas are called dolines, and they are home to towering trees, ferns, and even monkeys and birds. It's as if you've stepped into a lost world, untouched by time. The environment inside the cave is so unique that it has its own localized weather. Due to the size and humidity, clouds often form within the cave, drifting eerily through the caverns like something out of a science fiction movie. The air is cool and damp, and the sounds of dripping water, echoing footsteps, and the distant rush of the river create an atmosphere unlike anywhere else on Earth. Son Doong Cave is estimated to be between 2 to 5 million years old. Scientists believe it was formed by river water gradually eroding the limestone bedrock, slowly hollowing out the cavern over the course of millennia. Eventually, the roof of the cave collapsed in certain places, allowing light and life to enter and creating one of the most spectacular natural wonders ever discovered. What's even more astonishing is that despite its size and significance, Son Doong remained unknown to the outside world until just over a decade ago. It's a reminder that there are still hidden corners of the Earth, waiting to be explored, places where nature continues to thrive. Far from the reach of modern civilization, getting to Son Doong Cave is no easy task. The journey is not for casual tourists or inexperienced hikers. To preserve its delicate ecosystem, the Vietnamese government has limited access to only about 1,000 visitors per year. All visits are conducted through a single licensed tour operator, and the experience is more like an expedition than a typical sightseeing trip. To reach the cave, you must first trek through dense jungle, cross rivers, and camp overnight in remote areas. The route is physically demanding and requires a good level of fitness. Once inside, you'll need to climb, crawl, and even swim through some parts of the cave. But for those who make the journey, It's the adventure of a lifetime. Visitors spend several days inside the cave, exploring its vast chambers, swimming in underground pools, and sleeping in tents set up on sandy beaches beneath the ancient rock ceiling. At night, the silence is overwhelming, broken only